Good afternoon, everyone. Oti and I are a bit excited this afternoon. Oti's excited because we're in the woods, and that's always a cause of excitement for a little duck dog. I know, it's lovely out here. I'm a little bit excited because I am trying out the new GoPro 12 with a Volta handle. Now, I had a GoPro quite a few years ago as a lovely sort of Christmas present. I used it quite a bit, particularly on the paddle boards, but I'm a little bit lazy. I don't want loads and loads of footage to sort through, so I didn't use it as much as I could. I then tried one that Dad lent me recently because I video with a phone and there's a few things I want to lose. Videoing with the phone is a bit vulnerable. I've got nothing to hold on to, so if I've got my arm outside of a window filming a train ride, obviously I could drop it, which wouldn't be ideal. And the background noise. I walk a lot on Dartmoor, for those of you who know us, and all across the UK. And the wind noise, I'm having to delete quite a lot of footage or put other sounds to footage, which is such a shame because we live in such a wonderful area. The thing that put me off the GoPros, to be honest, was the ease of handling. For what I do, as you can see, I'm walking along now with the phone in front of me, buttons are right next to me, it's easy. I want to keep things easy, and this is where that Volta handle has really appealed to me. To be able to have the buttons right next to my thumb, for me, is going to make it sort of a proper handheld video camera, and I'm really quite excited about trying it. I've got a little lanyard on the bottom to go around my wrist, so that if I am holding it out of windows and things, it's not so vulnerable, I'm less likely to lose it. So looking forward to giving it a go. I have to say, the GoPro and I got off to a bad start this morning. It arrived, which was brilliant. Left outside the door, not so brilliant. Went and grabbed it in. And then I could not get the battery door open. It was so frustrating. I've got a brand new camera and I couldn't even get into it to put the battery and memory card in. It took ages. Finally got it open, closed it, couldn't open it again. That was when I realised that Volta handle actually has a different door anyway. So I managed to finally get it open, put the different door on, which has got a hole in for the cable to attach. And that was so much easier. So hopefully that's the sort of end of my issues with battery doors. Fingers crossed. So not a problem, all set up, all ready to go. I put the Volta handle on charge for a couple of hours. Turn the camera on. Update needed. Yep, I understood that. Needed doing. Wouldn't update. Connected to the camera through the Quick app, but would not update. So I had to uninstall the app, reinstall it. Turn off the phone, turn the phone back on again. Finally got there, and app is installed again. Update is installed, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to switch to the GoPro now, and let's see how we do. So that's me with the GoPro on. Hey, puppy dog. Oti couldn't care less that I'm playing around with cameras today because she gets to mooch in the woods. And actually I've put an approximate angle on this. That's not quite so comfortable, so let's just loosen off, change the angle slightly. That's better. Oh, no. And then I can have my elbow into my side. There we go. Right, off we go. So I'm going to do a similar walk today to one that we did recently so that I can compare the quality of footage. I haven't gone too in depth with settings. I've put it on standard mode and widescreen angle. And that is really lovely and easy to see. I've got a nice wide screen at the back here. It's comfortable to hold like this. It's not too heavy. Oh, my screen's gone off. Why is my screen gone off? Let's press stop. Okay, that's something I'm going to have a look at and get used to. So I've been videoing for just over a minute and the screen at the back went off, which maybe that's what it's designed to do, I guess, to preserve battery life. But for me wanting to hold it in front of me and see what I'm recording, it won't be quite so ideal. But nice and easily turned back on, and we're off again. I like that I can hold it nice and low so that I'm looking up and around me. That's brilliant. My dad uses GoPros and has done for years and years and loves them, but he predominantly records railway trips all around the world and often has it on the front of the train. Now I record very differently. I didn't set out to be on YouTube or do anything along those lines. Oh, I can... Hey, that's nice and steady, I like that. That's brilliant. Sorry, just enjoying that. Oti and I adventure around the UK. We go to some stunning places, and I didn't realise just how stunning until I started sharing them with people. It started really just to be able to show videos to my grandma, who during lockdown, I had a puppy that she couldn't meet. It was pretty hard going. So the videoing started just for a bit of fun and to keep in contact with my family. And then I realised actually we really do go to some amazing places that others don't get to see. So I started videoing our walks and our paddleboarding and kayak trips and our camping adventures and started sharing them. And that's how all this came about. Until now I've been using my phones. Started with an Honor phone, then an Oppo, and both have been brilliant, but they do have their limitations. And one of the limitations, and why I got so excited a moment ago, is being able to pan off to one side or the other. They tend to lose focus. And the steadiness on my phone, as it's getting older, I'm missing about 50% of the shots, which is a lot to be missing, especially if I'm talking. So I wanted something far more reliable, and this GoPro, the Hero 12, they've really upped their game with the stability. So once we get into the woods in a minute, we'll have a play with that. I'm just going to have a quick pan around here while we've got lovely light, and I'm not having to be particularly careful because one of the limitations has been that I've had to slow down to be able to record whilst I'm walking. And I hate to break it to you all, but YouTube and recording is secondary for me. Being out exploring with my dog is what it's all about. So if I actually have to make changes to the way I walk to get some video, it becomes a bit of a pain and less appealing to do. Right, there's our footpath in. Oh, you're there before me. Good girl. Hey, puppy dog. So I'm stepping over things now, over branches, over roots, and the phone struggled with this the other day, so I'm going to be really interested to see how this footage comes out. And let's just pan across. And again, I'm not doing it particularly slowly or gently. That's not too bad, is it? I'm walking on uneven ground. I'm often walking on uneven ground. And let's see whether it copes with it. It looks good on the screen so far, but I won't know obviously until I play back the footage. I'm surprised at the ease of holding. I was worried about the weight, thinking would it put me off. But I think because I film particularly in short clips, that's not going to matter in the least. Right, we've got a little jump in front of us. I'm going to call Oti back over. Now she comes, I'll get down to her height and then go back up and see whether it manages that. Oti, come. Good girl. Good puppy. So we'll go down. Yeah, good girl. Well done, pumpkins. Hey, you didn't mind that at all, though. Okay, on you go then. Yeah, I'm liking this steadiness. This is brilliant. It makes me realise just how much I've been sort of altering what I do to get any decent footage on the phone. As you can see, I'm weaving in and out of trees here, unsteady, and this is all looking pretty good. That was interesting. I hadn't used it for a few minutes, and it turned itself off completely. But I just want to stand here for a minute and see how well it picks up this bird sound. Let's walk on and see if it carries on picking up the bird sound. It does sound stunning out here today. Sound quality is important to me. Like I said, I'm losing quite a lot of footage, either because it's unsteady or because of sound quality with the wind noise. Let's scarily turn it round and actually have me in shot. Okay, it's not something I do very often, but again, in fairness, that's very steady and I'm impressed. It really is a gorgeous day out here. Now I'm still pausing at the beginning of clips because I have to do that with my phone to get the steady to work. I don't think I'm going to need to on this. Let's put it a bit to the test. I don't do running, but let's have a bit of a jog. And that seems to be holding up very well. Oti, oti, oti! What do you think, missus? Hey, Bob Dog? Good girl. He's a good girl. Go on then. Yeah, seems to be going well. Now, one handy feature it has is tripod legs. So let's have a little play with that. That's on the tripod leg. Let's have a little play. Sit. Sit. Nice. Down. Wait. Here. Sit. Here. Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Well done. Well, that seems easy enough to use. And sit. Excellent. Very useful feature. Good girl. And sit up. That's your way. Good. Good. Okay. I've just switched to full frame. And that is a massive difference. That's proper sort of wide angle. Oh, I like that. It does put a bit of a curve in, as you'd expect. But yeah, that gives us lots of scope. I've popped back onto widescreen, just so that we can compare the difference. I'm really liking how it's coping with the change into the shade and back out into the light again, because that's something that a lot of cameras and phones really do struggle with. But this seems to be doing quite well. Again, we can turn as I'm talking. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie! Puppy, puppy, puppy! Hiya! So she's gone off squirrel hunting. Good girl. Well done, puppy. Hey, it's a good girl. Okay. I know I'm boring you already, but I can't get over this steadiness. This is great. Those of you who are already GoPro converts will obviously be used to that. I'm not. Interestingly, the screen stays on when I don't want it to, and then doesn't stay on when I'm recording. I'm just going to have to spend time playing with settings, you know. and just figure things out, because I would rather sacrifice a bit of battery time, because the Volta handle and the battery inside the camera, the Enduro battery, gives you a massive amount, more than I need, which is excellent. So like I say, I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of that battery and have the screen on all the time. So that time I kept walking as I turned it on. We'll see how that affects the steadiness. What I want to have a bit of a play with is photos, because I had in mind that I would still need to have the phone to take photos with, as it is brilliant quality. But obviously if I can take them successfully on the GoPro, that would be excellent. And again, I've got mode just right by my thumb here. So let's give that a go. We can get fairly close to Mr. Beatley. That's pretty dark in those woods. Let's see if it can cope with that. And then move around to much brighter light. And back into woods. We'll see how that comes out. Again, something that previous phones and cameras have really struggled with. Just to experiment, I've turned both on. So I've got steadiness on the phone, normal on the GoPro, and let's walk forward and see what happens. Just to experiment, I've turned both on. So I've got steadiness on the phone, normal on the GoPro, and let's walk forward and see what happens. I've gone on to full frame to come around here because it is just stunning, and that really does give an impressive picture of what I'm seeing when I'm out here, which is basically what I'm trying to portray to people. It's a really hot day. Let's go and see how it does with splashing around in a river. Again, we're going from very light into the woods, into the dark, and appears to be coping very well still. Just for the hell of it, let's try turning the camera Look at that, the stability. That's pretty impressive. Let's try turning the camera. Look at that, the stability. That's pretty impressive. Whilst I'm in a shaded bit, let's show you just how easy this is to switch from modes. So, mode, photo, time lapse, back to video. On that sort of extra wide angle, that gives a really brilliant effect. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got stunning light through here. I think this is going to be the GoPro's forte. I'm just going to switch back to the wide angle rather than the ultra and see how that copes. It's that very different look, but copes just as well. We're going to turn off to one of Oti and I's favourite chill places. And again, I must say I'm really impressed with the ease of this. To be able to just have it down next to me. I can look up, I can look around. Mind out for fallen branches. That's excellent. I've put wrist lanyard on because I really should start getting used to it. And actually, if I'm videoing outside of a train, yeah, that's reassuring. We're starting to get the sound of running water, though there's not nearly as much water as usual because we've been so dry here in Devon. But let's go down. And again, this is uneven footing I'm walking across. It appears to be coping remarkably well. Hello, little duck dog. Good girl. Hiya. Should we go show people one of our favourite places? Right, so I'm on ultra wide view. And let's just have a turn around. I love it. Right, we better throw for a little duck dog. Okay. Oti, Oti! 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 Hiya! Hey, he's a happy little duck dog. Good girl. Oti, Oti! Oti, Oti! Good girl. Oti, come. Good girl. I think that's given us a really good sort of idea of what the GoPro's about. To handle, I've been really impressed. I thought I'd be put off by the weight, the chunkiness, and just having something extra to carry basically, but I haven't. So, I think the test now is to get it home, see how easy it is to get the footage from the camera onto my phone to edit, and then see what the quality's like. So I'll pop it back in my pocket and we'll head back to the car. Both the camera and Volta handle have fitted really snugly into my gilet pocket, which I think is pretty impressive. Let's have a little look, see how it does going upwards. Yeah, again, good. Steady, I'm moving a bit too quickly because I'm dizzy. Good girl. Yeah, it's all looking good. I'll put the video together from today, see how it looks, and then my plan is next week one night to go camping on Dartmoor like I did last week, provided the weather holds up, and I'll film that as a normal adventure rather than a review, and we'll see how it goes. But overall, I'm pretty excited actually. I've really enjoyed that today and I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out. Well, I expected that to be a lot harder. Having struggled with the Quick app earlier, just trying to get it to connect with the camera properly and then to allow the camera to update, it was just an utter pain. I've just sat down, it's taken me no more than 5 minutes to transfer the footage from the camera to the Quick app and then really easily save from the Quick app back to my phone. All of this goes to make it far more user friendly for me. I think that Volta handle is the game changer. I wouldn't have got the GoPro without it, and the fact that I can easily transfer to my phone to edit is just absolutely brilliant. It means I can travel with it with just the handle and the camera, and I can do everything I want. I love doing the YouTube recording, I love sharing mine and Oti's experiences, but I don't want to end up having to carry a rucksack of batteries and cameras and all sorts around with me. So this looks like a really good way to go for me. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope that that's given you some ideas and let you know whether the GoPro Hero 12 will work for you with the Volta handle. I think for Oti and I it's going to work really well, and look out for what else we get up to next. See you all soon.